So welcome to the session. We are looking at living a life of purpose with results. And I will be sharing with you the 11 building blocks that you need to deploy if you will live a life of purpose. You know, purpose is something that people talk about a lot. There are people who teach you how to discover your purpose, which is good. I have courses on that and all of that. But I think one of the most difficult things to do for many people is to know how to live that purpose in a way that produces results. As I always say, every purpose is for a group of people. So if you will live your purpose with results, you must know how you can deploy that purpose to serve people. And many a times the disconnection is the how. What do I do? Some people even know, okay, I need to work with these people, but what do I do with these people? Is there anybody here that you feel in your heart that there is something special that you want to do to a group of people? You want to serve humanity, but you don't know how to go about it? Anybody living it? If you say yes in the chat box, if you are that person, you know, maybe you have discovered your purpose, or you know that special passion in your heart, that special thing that you want to do to serve humanity, but you don't know how to start, you don't know how to go about it. If you're anybody like that, leave a yes in the chat box if you are that person. Okay, give me a yes, let me see. Good. Okay, so you see, people get to know, I think this is what I need to do. Or you discover that you have this special passion to do something for young girls, for young boys, for men, for women, or for people in your village or in your country or in your continent or even globally, but you don't know what to do or the next step to take. So the session is about teaching you how you can live this life of purpose with results. And from my experience, being able to live a life of purpose myself, the work I do, I've been doing it for 12 years. So basically, I've been living my purpose for 12 years, right? And I've been able to coach many people to build businesses and institutions and start initiatives and all of that around the area that they have a purpose in or they are passionate about. I want to ask you a question. What will the world lose if you refuse to live your purpose? Have you ever thought about that? What will the society lose if you refuse to live your purpose? Or if you ignorantly end up not living your purpose because you did not know what to do? What will the world do? For example, if I did not live my purpose, I've been able to have the privilege to travel almost 20 countries to speak in thousands of events and thousands of people. And I've done online sessions like this, speaking to thousands of people, helping hundreds and thousands to do career and business, many things across the world I've been able to do with different people. So if I did not live my purpose, if I refuse to live my purpose, we will not even be here right now. We will not be having this session right now, right? We will not be having this session. So you see, you get to you get to hurt the world. Let me use that word. You get to hurt the society when you don't step up to live your purpose, because you still, or let's say you deprive the society, you deprive the world of certain values, of certain solutions, of certain transformation when you don't grow to that dimension where you can live your purpose. So that is why if you're listening to me right now, you need to be on a very intentional journey to live your purpose. It's very important, okay? So it is critical to understand what you need to do. To what? That changes the how. What is my purpose? What on earth am I doing? Am I in the right place? These are three important questions that you need to answer. Until you know the what, the how may not change. What is my purpose? I have a working template on how to discover your purpose. I think it's on PPU website for free. I think so. It's a free download uh, tool on the website. Yeah. So what is my purpose? What on earth am I doing? And am I in the right place? Or are you serving the right people? Are you in the right place where you can wake up and start living your purpose? If you can't answer these questions, then you are 90% wasting your time and energy doing things that are neither your purpose nor your business, right? And that's why it's a consistent journey. That's one thing I always remind people. Sometimes you cannot discover a purpose overnight. You need to consistently take actions in that direction to be able to live your purpose and provide or provide the value that the society is looking for. And one thing about purpose also is that it is progressive. The more you go through experiences and you expose yourself to new things and new people and new technology, new platforms, whatever you're exposing yourself to, it stretches your purpose more and more, and it grows bigger. And even as you grow in your capacity, your purpose also gets to change. So as long as you have not discovered your deeper meaning, you will live life on the wrong track. There are many people living life on the wrong track. There are many people doing things some people even know. For example, they don't have peace. They are not genuinely happy with what they are doing right now. Maybe they are just doing it. Maybe they just want to get busy, or they're doing it because they need the money and all of that. And actually, there's really nothing very wrong with that, because people have to survive and live. But also, it is wrong because you may not be using your fullest potentials. You may be doing things and you're underperforming, you're underutilizing what you're supposed to do. And you deprive the society, and you even deprive yourself. Like I'm one of those who believe that in your purpose is your highest level of impact and the highest level of money you can make. That's what I believe, because you're going to do things excellently in a seamless way, and you're going to create incredible impact. You're going to shine in your field. You're going to shine where God endowed you to win. You're going to shine where your star is supposed to shine. You're going to so shine, and all the impact and influence and money you are looking for will be in that particular place. Let me share a funny story. I remember the first time that I was paid 2.5 million francs to speak. And my first job that I had, my salary was 65,500, I think. If you take 65,500 times 12, how much is that? So to speak for one day in an event covers maybe like my 2 year salary if I stayed in that job that I was doing, for example. And it's a job I resigned to go start my purpose, right? To just start struggling so I can do this. And I was struggling and many things. I remember after I resigned from that job, I think 2 months later, I left my house to go and live with a friend because I could no longer pay my bills. Thank God for the gift of friends and and good friends, right? So again, what am I trying to say? Money should not be a primary reason. And that's one thing with purpose. When you genuinely live your purpose and create value for the people you are called to serve, you attract money. You no longer you no longer run after money. There are two types of people who run after money and people who attract money. And people who run after money never get rest. They're always struggling. They're always in different kinds of things here and there. Okay, good. So as long as you haven't identified your purpose and how to live it, today we're focusing on how to live it, not focusing on purpose identification, on how to live it. You will be wrestling with dissatisfaction, powerlessness, frustrations, and even poverty. Oh yeah, yeah. As long as you are not able to live your purpose yet, right? One of the many things that you will be wrestling with is dissatisfaction, you powerlessness and frustrations and even poverty, and even you are not able to contribute to the way that you desire to contribute. I always say that God created us so we can create. God created us so we can extend the creation mandate. You get a point? So it is, and you are able to contribute effortlessly, you're able to create effortlessly when you operate in your place of purpose. Now, let us now look at the building blocks you need to live your passion or to live your purpose, right? What are these building blocks that you need to deploy? Because many a times the how is the challenge. Like there are people that have a business idea, but how to convert this idea into a business model that can make money and that can serve the people and provide solutions and in turn get paid becomes the challenge. Okay, now, number one is the first block, which I said earlier, was you need to find it and ascertain it. Is a foundation of it all. And like I said, this is not a purpose discovery station focusing on how to live the purpose, but you need to find it and ascertain it. As I said earlier, I have a free a template guide on purpose discovery is on my on our website, and of course we also have there's a YouTube channel for free on purpose discovery on how to use your discover a purpose and use it to serve in a marketplace as a working professional or as a business person. Okay, so that's the first step. You need to find it, ascertain it. Number two, identify the target group your purpose is to serve. This is the most important building block in purpose manifestation. Until you get this right, you will struggle. See, anything you call purpose is for a group of people. Anybody who has discovered their purpose, one of the next major things is you see a group of people you're supposed to serve. So you can be called to serve kids, you can be called to, your purpose can be for kids, for young people, for women who are married, for singles, for widows, for men, for young men, for business people, for marketplace professionals, and all of that, right? So you need to identify the group your purpose is to serve. That is one of the most important blocks that you need. So if you say that you have purpose, you have discovered your purpose, the next immediate thing that you should be able to ascertain is, hey, I am called to serve these people. And that is why when I always say that when you truly discover your purpose, your level of jealousy actually dies or completely disappears. Do you know why? Because you no longer do things with that you are competing. No, because you know that people have been called into different areas to serve. You already know your own area that you're supposed to serve, and you let the other person shine in their own area. If you still sit and compare yourself with another person and feel jealous of another person, I can categorically say that you have not genuinely discovered your purpose. Because you cannot be comparing with me or trying to be like me or trying to say, okay, no, I want to be like Joybert because he stands on those platforms. No, I understand that because that's where my purpose has taken me to. Same as anybody who is in healthcare or guys like our friends who are into technology, they get to travel to, let's say, London, go to San Francisco, go to Silicon Valley and do their projects there and stand there and meet the Mark Zuckerbergs and the founders of Google and all of that. They're there because their purpose in the area of technology and what they're building has taken them there. All I can do is celebrate them. You see? So you need to understand that. Who are you called to serve? In business, we emphasize this in the form of customer persona. Every product is for a particular target market. And for you to ascertain that, you need to develop the customer persona of the perfect person who can consume that particular product. So you need to identify. So if you are here and you have discovered your purpose and you don't know how to live it, the first step is identify clearly. Who are you called to serve? Who is your purpose designed for? Which group of people? That is it. And then from there, many other things can come, like designing projects and products and services and initiatives and all of that. Because all of this designing, you actually design them based on what the target people need or based on what you think that they need to advance their life. Number three, after that is identify and grow skills relating to your purpose. Purpose, I always say this, purpose on its own is still raw material. It is skill that converts purpose into significant solutions that will make the society to look for you. You get a point? For example, let's say, okay, my purpose was to empower people per se, right? Let's break it down generally like that. But then, because I desire to empower people doesn't mean I'll successfully empower people. No, I need to develop the skills relating to my purpose. And that's why, as I said in block 2, you need to identify the target market. Right? So my purpose specifically works purely with corporate professionals and business people, entrepreneurs, business executives. Those are the primary beneficiaries of my purpose. Okay, now I need now to invest. That's how when I was doing my doctorate degree, and I was a university reached out to me to suggest to be a lecturer. I said no, I'm not, because majority of people who do PhD and doctorate degree, DBAs, end up being lecturers or associate and all of that. I said no, I do it because I want to go be in a classroom. No, I did it because I needed the skills to continue doing the work I do. There are many certifications I have done on consulting, high performance coaching, product design, marketplace penetration. All of these things, they are all skills for me that I need to live my purpose. You get the concept? I am presently in the US, and the work I am doing are mostly with clients who want to penetrate Africa. And my purpose is for business people. And I need the skills of market penetration strategy and all of these skills to enable them achieve their dreams and enhance what they want to do, which enables me to live my purpose. So because I have passion and desire to empower people, is good. But it's just, that's where anybody can be that. Anybody can have passion and desires. Anybody can be that. But the difference between people who have been able to live their purpose in an excellent way, they have identified the skills that they need to manifest their purpose, and they invest in growing these skills. It's very critical. That's why there are many purposeful, excited, enthusiastic, purposeful people who are going nowhere. The difference is they're using their natural talent. Their natural purpose is just raw material on its own. Purpose, like at the foundation, is still raw on its own. And that's why if you read the Bible very well, the Bible talks a lot about the spirit of wisdom, the spirit of knowledge, the spirit of understanding. Ecclesiastes 10:10 talks about with skill and wisdom, less effort is needed and success is maximum. A lot of these things emphasize in that. And as a skill development expert, I'm a certified skill development expert, and I work with companies to advise them on the future of skills, the present skills and skill gaps and all of that. I have come to ascertain that for you to succeed in your purpose, you need to identify the 5 core skills in your area and develop them. So we may not have the same 5 relevant skills, but for you to really be able to be a performer at a certain level, you need to be very skillful at certain key areas. For example, if I have to, I need discovered that, okay, if I have to really be an excellent business speaker, trainer, consultant in what I do, there are certain top 5 skills that I need to identify and grow in them. One could be public speaking. The next could be training. The next could be analysis and data processing, and all of these skills. Okay, so you need to identify them and invest in them. And this is the point where many people are actually hooked up, or they are not able to see the extraordinary results as far as their career and business is concerned. Okay, identify and grow the skills relating to your. There's some of you here that if you really want to thrive in your purpose, you need to master the skill of communication. If you really need to thrive in your purpose, you need to master the skill of social media marketing. If you need to thrive in your purpose, you need to master the skill of problem solving. If you need to thrive in your purpose, you need to master the skill maybe of graphic design or presentation skills. All of these skills, you need to master them. And these skills are both hard skills and soft skills. Okay? You don't just need on the soft skills. No, you need the hard skills. Like for example, let's say for example, me. For me to thrive in the work I do as a business trainer, consultant, and speaker, I need the hard skills. Hard skills are those core skills that enable me to really do my work. Like, for example, I need to be a good business analyst. That's a hard skill. I need to be a good data analyst, a hard skill. I need to be a good product design expert. And those real core, hardcore business skills, I need to know them, kept aside. Then I need to also be good at soft skills. Soft skills are what? Communication, public speaking, people relationship, negotiation, what else? Problem solving, creativity. All of these soft skills, I need to know them. So I need to analyze your purpose. Which hard skills do I need to develop? That's why you need to go back to school. Oh yes, I have coached many people at the end. I recommend them to go back and do a first degree, to go back and do a master's degree, because it is there that you will get certain hard skills or open yourself up to certain hard skills that you need to manifest your purpose. There is somebody I went to and I recommended him to go to a vocational training institute and learn hard vocational skills with their hands. The last lady I worked with, she had to go and learn restoration and how to do cakes and all of that because it was part of her purpose. You know, see, this is where many people are lacking in terms of living purpose. Yes, if you are following and you are being challenged and blessed, and you have picked up something so far that you need to do to upgrade your purpose, leave me a comment. If you are following on Facebook, leave me a comment. If you are following here on Zoom session, on the Zoom platform, leave me a comment. Have you picked up something? Are you challenged? Have you seen something that has been missing in your purpose that you will go and update? All right, good to see that. Awesome. All right, let's proceed. Number 4, productive habits. Productive habits. Productive habits. You cannot live your purpose with the wrong lifestyle. The first thing that purpose will do for you is that purpose will arrest certain wrong habits. If you have genuinely discovered your purpose, it will arrest the wrong habits in your life. I'm telling you, I have seen it so happen in men, and it happened to me. I think many of you have heard. I will share this story. In 2012, December 23rd, that was the last day I drank alcohol. But it was almost at that same year, that same period, that I fully discovered my purpose and what I'm supposed to do with my life. Although at that time I was still working and doing most of the things part-time, right? But that was the time that I did that. Then about 2 years or 3 years later, I took my television, and when I dashed my friend, I said, give that, I don't want television again in my house, because I used to be addicted to movies. I watched, when Prison Break came out, I watched Prison Break for 3 days. I did not leave the house. I forgot to eat for the first 2 days. I love strategic intelligence, CIA, FBI kind of movies. So when I see it, I'm crazy about it. You cannot live your purpose with the wrong habits, with habits that are drawing you behind. And if you have truly discovered your purpose, the appetite for certain habits, the appetite for certain wrong things will start dying. The habit of procrastination will start dying. Like I was telling somebody the other time, I said, no, if you have really truly discovered their purpose and it's burning inside of you, you will not be procrastinating things the way you do. You have not truly discovered their purpose. You are not fully sold out to your purpose. Check your habits. Check your habits. Are you proud of your habits right now? Look at the things that you dedicate your time to. In the book of Corinthians, the Bible talks about because you have the right or the choice to do anything, doesn't mean that you should do anything. Are the things that you're doing, are they beneficial? The things that you have decided to do, are they constructive? In other words, we are being challenged to ensure that we should do on the things that are beneficial to us today and in the future, and constructive to us today and in the future? Are you proud of your current habits? I always like to ask people this question. If you don't change anything in your present lifestyle, let's say a law now comes that as at today, you will not change anything in your lifestyle and you will live the same way daily for the next 10 years. Nothing changes. Will you be proud of your life in the next 10 years? If yes, write yes in the chat box. If no, write no in the chat box. Here's what I mean. It means that they say that when you work, you spend most of your time doing social media, gossiping, watching movies, and doing non-productive things a lot and procrastinating. So it means that if that's your life today and that law is passed, you will live exactly like that for the next 10 years. Will you be proud of your life? You see? So we need to change. We need to change. Some of us will regret a lot tomorrow because we are hurting our purpose and destiny. No matter how excited and purposeful that you are, if you have the wrong habits, you will be a very purposeful, but yet a failed person. Good. Number 5, have short-term and long-term perspective. Yes, this is very important about purpose because sometimes living our purpose can be very, very overwhelming. Very overwhelming. So my recommendation to people has always been, break it down. Have a short-term perspective about your purpose and have a long-term perspective about your purpose. It enables you to be able to actually get the right things done at the right time. Let me give you an example. Let's say that your purpose as an entrepreneur is to, you're going to build a business, build a company, and then maybe have create empowerment and recruit 10,000 people and all of that. It can get overwhelming if you're thinking about that. You don't know how you're going to go about it. You don't have the right skills. You don't have the right amount of money and support and all of that. Yes, have that long-term view, but start small. Set short-term perspective. Your immediate short-term perspective could be to survive. Okay, I'm going to start this business small. I'm going to start with this capital of 1,500,000 francs, $500, $1,000, whatever that you have, you start with it. You get the concept, and then you proceed. Now, here's what works for me. I am somebody, I love to plan a lot. I love to have life plans and long-term plans. My first ever life plan that I wrote, which I'm still working on today, I did it in 2012. I called it the battle against poverty, right? And yeah, because I'm from a very, what they call humble family, humble background, where, not having a lot of poverty kind of things here and there. So I knew that either I had to adapt and remain the same, or I had to battle my way out of it. Then I designed a long-term plan from 2012 to 2025. Yes, I have a written long-term plan I'm working on since 2012 to 2025. Now, what happened? That plan was this long-term, but it was broken down into phases. The first important phase of that plan was for me to get my first degree, because my mom is very education driven. I'm a single mom, so that's why I talk a lot more about my mom. So, and she knew and she knows the value of education. So she has always instilled in me. So when I was alone, and because I was done with high school, she was like, I cannot see up to university, there's no money. And that was a fact, there was no money. So I had to battle my way out of it. So when I drew my plan, when I went back to the city of Bamenda and I drew my plan, I remember the first day that I left to go and do the first odd job in my life where I went to go and do building construction, where you work in building construction and you carry sand, you carry cement, and they deck a house and they pay you 3,000 a day and all of that. Yeah. So when I drew that plan, I said, my end result in 2025 was that I'm going to be successful. I'm going to have my company. I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that and all of that, right? How will I do that? I have no idea. But that's the long-term perspective, because the long-term perspective keeps you in check. It helps you to know whether you're missing or not. When you are acting anyhow, when you're misbehaving, it can remind you, it can act like you're punishing. It can act like your accountability document. That's the power of life planning. You understand? And I believe that life planning is also a sign of faith. Yes, a sign of faith. That you have this absolute faith and believe that with you and God partner over this, you're going to get here. You get the concept. But the first immediate, so that plan was broken down into phases. So the first phase was for me to get my undergraduate degree. And of course, get a job. That was the first phase. So that's why I enrolled in university, and I was doing mostly, I was a typical after school student because I need to work within the day. I used to do like 4 jobs in a day or 5 jobs in a week. I used to work in a bakery to parcel bread. I would do Okada, what they call seku, for those who are from Africa, where you get somebody's bike and then you go and work and come and give them their own money. You take your own money and then you put petrol, right? Then if there's a building construction job, the friends will call me, we'll go and do it. I used to work in car wash. I used to do anything that I could do that I can raise money to save for my school fees and all of that. That's why I paid my fees through school, right? Then, but I was doing that with that plan. And my plan said that I was going to get my MBA and get my doctorate degree, and before I do this and all of that, there were things I'll put dates. One of the dates there was that I was going to get my doctorate degree before I clocked 30 or my 30th birthday, but I got it on my 31st birthday. So sometimes the plan doesn't go well because money was not there to enroll on time. When I had my first degree, it took me about 5 years later before I could enroll for my MBA because I had to save money towards that particular goal. See the power of planning, right? So, but it was all orchestrated towards me living my purpose. And then as I was growing and building capacity, getting exposure and experience and becoming better and able to make some more money now, the plan was growing and getting better, for example. You see, when I started getting opportunities now to travel to different countries and get paid to do what I do and all of that, the plan only got bigger, the plan only got better. You get the concept. Like, for example, apart from impromptu international trips and all of that, this particular trip that I'm in the US, it was added on my life plan in 2018 that I will be in the US in 2022 to do something, to do some particular stuff as far as my company and career is concerned, right? So there's always a short-term and of course the long-term perspective with what you're doing. And you don't need to do that when you are big. Look at where my plan started, 2011. So, right? You don't do that when you have enough. It's actually your plan, yourself, wisdom that God is going to give you, the grace of God, all of that is going to get you to that place where you think you want to get there. The challenge for many people is they want to achieve certain things before they start living a particular lifestyle, which is wrong. You need to start living a particular lifestyle, which will now qualify you to achieve certain things. I was advising somebody, I think I wrote a comment today, and I said, you know, you don't need to have a lot to start supporting your parents. I remember the day I sent my mom 1,500 francs, $3, for those who are following from the US. I used to send my mom money from, start with that habit. I'll support her. Okay, mom, I have 1,500, I have 2,000 francs, I have $5, I have $10. I'll be sending to her. Today, my mom is on a monthly allowance under my company. It's a character. It grows there, right? So this is a challenge for many people. You need to sort out this. My mentees, especially many of them have been working on their life plans. It's very important. And life plan is progressive, as I said, it's not static. Mine, I see update up to today. As I said, as you keep on growing, God gives you more wisdom, he exposes you, he gives you more opportunity, you make more money, you meet more people that can help you, you may call them divine helpers, all of that. You come back and you begin to tweak your plan because you always need your plan. You always need it so that it can keep you in check, it can hold you accountable as you rise. Who is going to develop a life plan regarding their purpose today or this week or this month? Leave me a comment in the chat box. Who's going to work on their life plan? Who feels that is important? Who feels that is important for you? Yes, go and do it. Set a deadline. All right. Say, okay, challenge yourself before this, do it different. Don't say I will do. Give me a date. Give me a date. Write a date. Write a date that, okay, before September 30th, I will do the first draft of my life plan. Write a date. Write in the chat box. I want to hold you accountable. Write a date in the chat box. Don't just say I feel, I will, I'm planning. No. Put a date and hold yourself accountable to go and respect that date. Remember, we said earlier that people of purpose don't procrastinate. You say you do something, go and do it. Don't go and stop procrastinating. Before October 5th, I'll do my life plan. Excellent. Before October 10th, I'll do my life plan. Good. Before October 1st, October 15th. Yes, yes, yes. Do it. You will see the power of this. I've been using mine since 2011. Today is still there. It has helped me so much. And it's also a prayer point. Some of you don't even know what to pray for. I think I've shared this many times. In the whole of 2014 and 2015, I used to fast and pray the first 3 months of the first 3 days of every month. And I used to pray only for my life plan. I used to pray only for where God is taking me to. So sometimes the things that are happening to me right now and all of that, it's not just from, it's not just happening anyhow. No, there's work behind the scenes. There's sleepless night, there's sweat behind the scenes. You get a concept? All right, good. I'm happy to see people saying that. Number 6, strategic positioning. Yes, strategic positioning is critical for you to live and manifest your purpose. You need to understand how to strategically position yourself. Yes, just as I always say, no matter how good you are, if nobody knows you, you will die a very purposeful poor person or a purposeful, less impactful people. There are many guys who are so purposeful, so talented, so skillful, but they cannot do anything because nobody knows that they exist. Nobody understands what they can do. And the first way to start positioning yourself is for you to talk. There are some of you that timidity is killing you. In a Zoom session like this, like we're giving activities, only few people have been participating. But there are many of us here who are in the Zoom session, but only few are participating, right? So how do you expect people to know you? You see, like I did a Zoom session, I think it was a few days ago. So they said, so I was in the Zoom session and you said this. I said, but I did not, because when people are commenting, I'm reading who is commenting, right? So, and I have very good memories with names. If you comment, I always remember you when you reach out to me. But I didn't see you. She said no. So I was just following silently. Silent people never get position. I'm not talking about noise. I'm talking about you learning how to strategically communicate, learning how to make sure that people know what you carry and what you can do, being able to communicate the competence that you carry inside of you. That's what I'm talking about. Being able to use social media, being able to use radio programs and televisions or whatever, but strategic positioning is relevant. There are many people that have not had the opportunity to stand in front of people or to go where they can serve people because nobody knows them and nobody can attract them. And let me tell you, it takes a price for you to achieve strategic positioning. Again, I always learn about my example. When I started my journey of training and speaking in the early 2011 and 12 and all of that, I think for the first 2 years, I used to speak for free. When I see somebody's flyer, I'll call the person. Sometimes I will be like, used to be in Kumu, right? In Kumu, I'll call the person, or if I know you, I'll come to your house, I'll come to your office and beg you to give me 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Guess what? Some people used to give me 10, 15 minutes. Some used to refuse. Oh yes, may your job, do your part and let God do the rest. I used to go to pastors and I'll ask them, Pastor, when do you have their youth meetings? I'll go to pastors and ask them when they have their youth meetings. That's how my purpose was driving me. And they will tell me, I'll be, okay, can I come and speak to your young people? And all of that. Some will refuse, some will accept. Just sitting in your father's house to see where you are and expecting the world to come to you, it doesn't work like that. The world doesn't come to you. You need to be proactive. But of course, remember that strategic position is coming after you building your skill and you working on yourself. It is dangerous for you to do strategic positioning when you don't have the skills, the personality to do that. I am not saying that you have perfect skills. No, there are skills that when you have, you know your level. There was a time that my level was just youth groups in churches. My level was just local community groups. As I was growing, the level was changing. I did not start traveling to the US and Europe and the Middle East to Dubai and all of these areas to speak. No, I did not start there. But as I was growing, it took me what, 10, 12 years to achieve certain things because my competence now grew to that level. You get the concept? So you need to invest in strategic positioning is very important. Number 7, benchmark with the best. Yes, benchmark with the best. Learn from the best. Compare yourself, not compare like in a negative way, but try to look at what you're doing and say, okay, am I in the right track? Am I respecting industry ethics? Am I respecting industry standards? Benchmark with the best. Like, for example, if you're in technology, try to make sure that you're benchmarking with people like Apple and Facebook. Benchmark with the best in your industry. Now, I always say something funny. We are doing anything in Cameroon. Somebody who is in Cameroon should not be your immediate benchmark. There's a lot of mediocrity in Cameroon. Scratch against that. Look for guys who are doing things internationally. They're going to stretch you. You are not at their level, yes, yet, but you can learn something from them and contextualize to fit your situation. It automatically transitions you from that dimension. So benchmark with the best. Benchmark with the best in your industry. Look for industry captains and follow them. Look for guys who are disruptors in your industry. Follow them on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Instagram. Don't just follow them like someone doesn't have wisdom. No, follow them, question what they're doing. Look at how they make posts. Look at how they sound. Look at their English. Look at their structure. Look at their products. Look at how they advertise. Learn beyond what they're talking. Many people go there and just speak like all of that. No, look beyond. Try to analyze, ask their why and their hows and the structures and all of that. You will learn. Watch them on YouTube if you can. You get the concept. So benchmark with the best. Number 8, treat your purpose like an enterprise. Yes, treat your purpose like an institution. Treat your purpose like an institution. Yes, you cannot achieve purpose when you are laissez-faire. I treat my purpose like it's an institution. There are things you do around it as if it's an institution with a CEO. You are the CEO of that purpose. Treat your purpose like an institution. This is purely talking about commitment. It's talking about seriousness. It's talking about you being highly, highly dedicated to your purpose. It should not be what I call it, driven by a laissez-faire CEO. No, it should be led by a committed, dedicated CEO. Number 9, add professionalism and excellence. Brand it. Yes. Add professionalism and excellence. Look at your purpose. See, one thing is that every purpose is connected to every industry. Make sure you are professional and you are excellent. Brand it to look nice. You may like put a logo to it, get roll-ups to it, get a color that you represent, get a structure you represent, get policies, get systems, respect industry ethics and standards. So you need to research further. This thing that I have passion in, how do people in this industry think? How do they get things done? What are the regulations governing this industry? It's your job to do that. Number 10, add specific value to people your purpose is serving. Yes, be very good at creating specific value to people your purpose is serving. Purpose on its own will not be able to serve people, but you should be able to create value around different things in a way that your purpose can serve them. You are following this session because I have crafted a specific value and created a course, created a training called How to Live Your Purpose with Results. That is specific value. After this session, I'm leading another session on technology and business sustainability, how you can use technology and achieve business sustainability as an entrepreneur and a CEO. That's specific value. Yesterday, this morning, this is like my fourth training, this coaching or training this morning I'm doing today. Different executives across the world, different areas, specific value. So you need to be good at looking at your purpose. You craft specific value, and then you use that value to serve people. At this particular point, you're following this session right now, I am serving you with this particular specific value. The picture that you see, that was a session I was reading in Douala, I think, yes, I was leading a business workshop for small and medium-sized enterprises, and I was giving them specific value to what they needed. You get the concept? So you need to grow to that dimension where you can create specific value. It's like, let's say your purpose is to prepare food, is to feed people, and then you decided to start a restaurant. You being able to prepare katikati, prepare arrow, achu, and all of that. Those different dishes are specific value that you're creating to serve different people that your purpose is supposed to serve. And this is a very important block if you are going to deploy your purpose effectively. Number 11, establish your bottom line. Establish your bottom line. Establish, no matter what happens, you are not going to underperform below this. It's very critical, so that it pushes you to always operate from that level of excellence. It pushes you to always operate from that dimension where you are consistent with the results that you're producing. It pushes you to always push forward and advance in the work that you do. Because one thing about purpose is you don't achieve purpose in a few years. From my research, I think it was 2 years ago, I was doing research on people who truly live their purpose. And I learned that many people who live their purpose arrived the saturation stage of their purpose after 25 years of living their purpose. Oh yes, 25 years of living their purpose. So you need to establish your bottom line for you to do that. In conclusion, your purpose therefore requires vision plan, strategy, processes, action plan, and monitoring and evaluation. M&E stands for your bottom line, the last point that we spoke about. So looking at all those 11 blocks that you need to deploy your purpose, you need to look at, where do I need to start making changes? What do I need to adopt? And what do I need to stop doing? Because you must not deprive the world of what you are supposed to do. I can take questions now and round up the session. Any questions? Any question? Yes, I see hands. So please be straight to the point. I have like 10 minutes to round up and go to the next session. Yes, Azenke, I hope I got your name right. I could not pronounce the first one. Azenke, are you there? Unmute yourself, in case you're talking. Waters, are you there? Go ahead.
Yes, Doc, I'm here. Thank you. I want to ask in terms of your purpose, and you are married, and how do you should both of you the same purpose, or how can you decide if you have two a path? What advice can you give
I did not get you.
I'm asking as a married person, what advice can you give for a couple? Should they follow different paths, or should you guide the purpose to follow the same path, or should you, what can you give as an advice?
Now, married people must not go in the same path, but some people are able to go that. And that's why I think I've always advised people that discussions around purpose and vision, career dreams and business dreams should be one of the most central important things to discuss during the phase of dating, where you can be able to see how there is a relationship on how you guys can complement each other. It's possible that people can be married and who study different things, or they are gifted in different areas, but there is a place where they interlock and they can serve each other, or they can serve one mission. Like I know a couple I've worked with. One is a lawyer, one is an auditor, right? So when we have settled now, what I've done, what we have worked on is that they are going to create two different institutions. The lady's a lawyer, is going to create her chambers. The gentleman is going to end up creating his audit firm. So where the gentleman can see corporate case that needs a lawyer, what happens? He refers the chambers of the wife, for example. And if the wife is doing a case and needs that, okay, maybe it's a business corporate case or litigation and all of that, or you know what, I think this case needs an auditor. What happens? He refers. You see, so there's also a relationship, just that there should be a proper understanding of what is the different, what do they have as far as purpose is concerned, what are their skills, then we can now find, okay, how do they complement each other? Okay, good. Always answer.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So you can always find a way that you can complement, and of course, some people you can study further so that you can grow up to where you can complement in each other.
One more thing, sir. In drafting the life plan, it's proper to do it as a couple as well.
Yes, you can do that. You are married, you can do it as a couple, of course. You cannot do your life plan alone now, because it will definitely affect your spouse. Yes. Or you can draw and present, and you guys talk about it, they give their thoughts. Some people may not be excited or motivated to write with you. So you may do it and okay, but do it and have them in mind. Okay. Next question. Yes, Azekiel, are you there?
Thank you, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
It's with the fact that we find it most often, because it's very tricky, very difficult to diagnose, to discover. Most often you have spent much time doing something that was not actually in line with you. Do you advise the person to adjust? Because at times, at that juncture, you have a lot of discouragement, with a lot of time wasted, and
it's never too late to adjust when it comes to purpose and doing maybe what you're going to succeed in. See, let me tell you, in your purpose, you succeed faster and you create more results faster. I have worked with many people that have taken a U-turn. I worked with one guy who ended up leaving the government to go to the private sector so they can do their purpose. So it's all the question is, have you discovered it? You understand? Have you discovered the purpose? And Are you building yourself? Are you working on investing in yourself so you can manifest the purpose? Those are when you do that, there's never too late to make a U-turn and do what you're supposed to do. Yes. Yes, okay, Rose, please go ahead.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
My question is how to overcome fear and procrastination while living purpose.
Well, discipline. Procrastination is discipline. When you say you do something, do it. As I've always said, you don't, people who live their purpose, you don't do what is easy, you do what is necessary. You understand? That's the difference.
Yes.
So many people procrastinate, they end up doing a lot of things that are easy, or they do things based on how they feel. No, if you will never achieve anything in life if you do things based on how you feel. People achieve great results, they do things based on what must be done, based on doing what is necessary. So until you reach that dimension where you intentionally make sure that you are doing exactly what is necessary and stop doing easy things. And that is why self-discipline is very important in this journey. So you must build self-discipline consistently until you get that. I handled this. There's a free video on my YouTube channel on that. I was teaching on self-discipline and how to develop self-discipline. Go on my YouTube channel, you look for the video, how to build influence and sustainable greatness. It's among the first videos on my YouTube channel. Just go and type Javnyuy Joybert or Remarkable Living with Javnyuy Joybert, you'll see it there. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And so another techniques that you can do that.
Okay, so another question.
Yes, quickly.
What details are supposed to appear in the life plan?
Now, the first thing about life plan is you're just projecting your future, writing the things that you feel in your heart that you want to achieve. So you write, for example, let's say that if you're finished university, first degree, because okay, you know what, by 2025, you want to have your master's degree. You write the date, you write the program, and all of that. So dates and writing exactly what you want to do is very important, okay, in everything. So you just project that, get the first draft, and then you keep on improving on it until it's never even perfect. As you keep on growing and becoming better, it keeps on being there. All right.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Good. Question. I'm a pastor working on being a certified relationship coach. How do I monetize my coaching service without feeling like guilty of charging a fee, given that most people think pastors should give counsel for free? You have answered the question now. You're a pastor and you're a relationship coach. You pay for coaching, you don't pay for prayers. Simple. They instead get double, right? They instead get double. I minister, right? I preach in churches. I teach the gospel, all of that. But when it comes to coaching, I'm doing business, consulting business coaching. I charge you, whatever I'm charging you, you're supposed to pay. Stop feeling unnecessary guilt. Except you're not a professionals. You have to pay. But the best thing is, of course, after you have done that, you need to create your coaching institution, your coaching business. Okay, that's one thing that a coaching business will do for you. All right, and do not feel shy from talking about your services. When somebody reaches out to you about anything, okay, boldly tell them, okay, for this service is supposed to be, it's a paid service. And these are the packages for this service. Which one works for you? As simple as that. And many a times it is us that you get to feel that guilt that people will think. And let me tell you, anybody who is sincerely looking for value and they have a problem and they believe in your solution, they will not even think about that. And this way, packaging and being able to structure your services is very important. People will stop thinking, and of course, also you need to market yourself beyond your church. Your church is too small. Even if your church is 1,000 people, it's too small. Even 10,000 people is too small. The world is 7 billion people. You are out to coach 7 billion people as long as you have the capacity and the skill. So if you keep on advertising yourself only within your church, where everyone knows you're a pastor, you are in trouble. So you need to go outside and make money beyond your church. You can even use your church as charity, make money outside and come and sell. Like most of these master classes I do for you guys for free. It's free now. You didn't pay anything being here. But I can already do it for free because I get paid somewhere else and I have the money and I can create time and do this for free and serve the immediate community with inside of it. This training is for those who have gone through our program on marketplace positioning fellowship. Right? So the secret also is market grew beyond your immediate comfort environment. Your church as a pastor's wife is your immediate comfort environment. And familiarity and of course that assumption and conscience automatically make people to now put a tag on you. But if you market yourself outside that environment, many people never know that you're a pastor. They'll just see you as a coach and they want to pay for your services. Okay, so structure it, have a coaching firm, make sure you do your marketing and get your value beyond your immediate environment, and that will automatically disappear. Even if it doesn't, when somebody comes to you, stop feeling the guilt. Okay, and one thing that good coaches do, I also do that. When you come to me, I have a limit of what I can give you for free, and when the discussion continues, I boldly tell you this one is not a paid service. Either you pay or you don't pay, and we end the discussion there. Simple. Never be shy to charge for the value you bring to the table. Especially if you know that you are good at what you do. Never be shy to do that. And never be shy because of that you're a pastor and you're asking for money. And so what? Are you not eating and dressing up and taking care of your family and paying bills? So are you paying for the airtime you're using to do the business with them? Okay, so there's nothing being shy. It's just business. It's just proper structuring that you have to do. All right, everybody, have a great time. I hope you were challenged, you were blessed, and you will live your purpose in a much powerful way after today. God bless you. Let's stay in touch. For those of you who are in the cohort 9 of the Marketplace Fellowship Program, you'll be receiving further instructions after this regarding your certifications. And those who still want to get certifications, please, you can talk to any of the team members, Teresh, Laurentine, and they will attend to you. Okay, remember to submit your final assignments to do that. And for those who have not been part of cohort 10, or is it cohort 11 or cohort 10? All right, so we're doing admissions. You want to join our next training program. So it's a training program that people go through for days. Like what I've shared here is just a tip. So they get to go through a more deeper training for 11 days on different things that to help them become better in what they do as entrepreneurs. So if you're an entrepreneur, there's a material for entrepreneurs. If you're an NGO worker, a civil servant, you're working in a business, you have your own material to enable you to grow as a working professional in what they do. So if you're interested, you can get to me on WhatsApp, you get to Laurentine or whoever, or Facebook, and we'll attend to you and of course enable you to become better. I am putting a WhatsApp number, one of my WhatsApp numbers. You can WhatsApp me and I'll talk to you personally if you have any questions, and yeah, good to go. Okay, hold on again. Okay, so that's a WhatsApp number. You can copy it, screenshot it, and then want to WhatsApp me and know more about the program, please feel free. All right. Okay, everybody, God bless you and have a great time. Cheers.